Insurance, serving Guam for 80 years. Matson and the Adai Tano program. The all-new 2018 Kona by Hyundai, available at Cars Plus. IP&E, fueling excellence. McDonald's of Guam, I'm loving it, and King's Restaurant, located in Tamuning and Dededo. Always open, always local.
Ahead on prime time, more than half a year has gone by and police just this week interview and arrest the driver involved in a deadly Thanksgiving Day crash. Plus, a group graduates from a course at the Department of Corrections, but we are not talking about officers, more on a program that helps to rehabilitate prison inmates. And collection, enforcement, and compliance. The government's Revenue and Taxation Department takes the hot seat before lawmakers.
Half a day and good evening.
We begin with the latest on a tragedy Thanksgiving Day that ended the life of a young woman.
Investigators now making an arrest 9 months after it happened.
Police say the driver had been going 72 miles an hour on the back road, Route 15 in Jigo, when the crash occurred. This was the aftermath. The impact of the crash taking the life of 22-year-old Wainona Nirasao. She was in the passenger seat of the pickup truck during the November 23rd crash. 9 months had passed before police would interview the driver, Arthur Paul Wanilo II. The 22-year-old is charged with vehicular homicide, negligent homicide, and reckless driving with injuries. His arrest only being made after authorities brought him in for questioning on Thursday. Court documents state the suspect went to a party the night before and recalled drinking a six-pack of beer between 1 and 2 that morning. The suspect then told police he and some friends started heading to Tengisan Beach to celebrate his birthday. This, he recalls, around 3 a.m. that same day. But they never made it. The court complaint states as they were driving along back road, a friend driving a motorcycle overtook his pickup truck. The suspect then sped up, attempting to catch up with his friend when he lost control at a blind curve. The truck smashing into concrete blocks, and that's when he blacked out. Wanilo says he awoke to find Nona had been thrown from the truck and was not responding. She died from a broken neck. Nona's Aunt Marie and her friends spoke with us in the days that followed, remembering the loving and outgoing person as they prepared to say their goodbyes.
Her vibrant spirit, I could see it through her friends. So we know that her spirit lives on, and I wouldn't want this to happen to anyone's family, especially during the holidays. It's such a heartbreak.
Still a very heartbreaking story all these months later.
Yeah, it is. Wanilo appeared before a magistrate's hearing at Superior Court today. No word yet from Guam police, though, what took them this long to interview the suspect and make the arrest.
6 people have been placed under arrest in connection to an apparent attack and robbery in Tamuning. Kifi Creo, Rodman Machuo, Rona Chitaro, and K.R. Kyosi each faced multiple charges of burglary, robbery, theft, and aggravated assault. Turner Sandy Noel and Beteni Chitaro are also charged with aggravated assault and rioting. Police additionally arrested a 17-year-old male minor on charges of robbery, assault on a peace officer, and underage drinking, to name a few. Police say the victims in 2 separate cars were stopped at a red light at the intersection near the Tamuning Palas when they were apparently attacked. The suspects are accused of punching and kicking their cars before taking some of the items inside. But it didn't stop there. The suspects then ran towards one of the victims' car parked nearby when they allegedly started throwing rocks and pieces of wood. Even after an off-duty police officer showed up, one suspect armed with a metal pipe began swinging it at the officer. It wasn't long before responding officers arrived and tracked down the suspects, making that arrest.
Well, unsealed in the District Court of Guam this week, Vincent Q. Lujan will face a federal jury later this year on drug charges, according to court documents. From July 2017 to the time of the indictment, Lujan allegedly conspired with others to distribute 50 grams or more of the drug ice. No other details were provided. Trial is set for October 23rd.
10 years. That's how much time David Michael Sayre will spend in federal jail. Sayre and his then-girlfriend Caitlin Scully were busted at the Guam airport 2 years ago. They had planned to bring the drugs from California to sell on Guam. KUAM file shows Scully was arriving from Honolulu when she was stopped by customs officers due to her anxious behavior. In her luggage and purse, she had 8 condoms filled with the drug ice. Days later, she discharged more foreign objects with more drugs from her body. Scully was sentenced earlier this year to 33 months. That's just under 3 years in jail.
Well, Chris, drugs and alcohol abuse, they're undoubtedly problems plaguing our community.
And for this group of men, it was drugs and alcohol that landed them in jail. With the right guidance, however, they've learned to live a productive, sober life. Here's more from inside the Department of Corrections. Ricky McIntosh has been in and out of jail for a good part of his life. This time, he promises, will be his last.
Prior to us coming to prison, some of us were unaware that we were addicted to alcohol, ice, and marijuana.
Ricky is just one of a dozen success stories out of the Residential Substance Abuse Treatment Program at the Department of Corrections. RSAT is a nationwide, 100% federally funded program that helps inmates prepare for a successful transition back into the community. The one-year cycle is broken into 2 phases, 6 months of an intensive in-prison program that includes Alcoholics Anonymous, team building, and group therapy, to name a few, and 6 months of aftercare with new beginnings. Friday marked their graduation ceremony.
During these trying months at RSAT, we started to learn how to share our feelings, thoughts, and emotions with one another. We started to form a family bond and learn about the different tools of coping and the resources available to us. For the first time, we felt safe. Here with RSAT, we learned to live again, to cope with life without drugs.
Just weeks ago, the men participated in a mini job fair in preparation for their release. On Friday, DOC Director Tony Lamarana announced each of them was offered a job.
The next step is yours. I think we've given you all the proper tools to make you succeed in life. But what they really need to is, and I'm glad to see a lot of the family members here, because really their success is going to be based upon your support.
Yeah, congratulations to all of them out there. What a great time and great job with that story, Chris.
I love that story.
Yeah. Well, in other news, tourism numbers are at a gradual uptick. More than 131,000 people visiting Guam shores last month, ranking it second in July arrivals for the island. The highest visitor arrivals for the month were recorded just last year at about 1,000 more than this year. GVB reports fiscal year-to-date arrivals are 2.9%, while calendar year-to-date arrivals are 2.5% less when compared to the previous year. Tropical Storm Maria, they say, did affect visitor arrivals as canceled flights were noted during the 4th of July weekend. GVB President Nate DeKnight stating, quote, GVB and its tourism partners continue to work hard to increase seating availability to the island. At the same time, we are doing our best to improve the quality of the destination while showing how tourism works for our community.
A quick note, the administration says $1 million of tax refunds have been cut today, so be on the lookout for that.
Yeah, more news in a moment.
There are more ways to experience Guam via KUAM News, giving you what you want, when you want, and how you want it. From smart devices, Alexa, what's in the news?
Here's your flash briefing.
Over the web, on mobile, on streaming platforms, with immersive, interactive formats, and via social media where it's more than just content, it's conversation. More ways to keep you informed and entertained whenever you want it, wherever you are, on whatever device you're using.
A simple handshake. That's all Jake Calvo needed when he started his company. Today, 80 years later, we like to say thank you to all of you who have taken our hand in trust. Thank you to the dreamers. Thank you to the realists. Thank you to the family-oriented. Thank you to the entrepreneurial. Thank you to those climbing the corporate ladder. And to the ones starting a new life together. Thank you to the traditionalists and the edgy. To the young at heart and the old souls. Thank you to the daring, to the protective, to the practical. Thank you to the hopeful. To all of you from all of us, our deepest, happiest, and infinite thanks.
80 years here for you. 80 years thanks to you. Calvo's Insurance, a legacy of trust.
Hafa Guam, we are gearing up for the biggest party of the season. Join us as we rally in support of Lou and Josh.
Good food, live music, and great company. Sunday, August 19th, 4 p.m. at the Old Auto Spot, corner of Marine Drive and Route 8 in Hagåtña.
I'm Johnny Cole, and I'm in with Lou and Josh.
I'm Lilian Guerrero, and I approve this ad.
Win adventure in the IT&E Explore Your World Million Mile Giveaway. Every week from July 16 to November 2nd, we're giving away 60,000 United Mileage Plus miles to IT&E postpaid and prepaid subscribers. Imagine where you could go. Go on a weekend getaway to the Philippines. Enjoy fresh sushi in Japan. Itadakimasu. Sip a latte at a cafe in Paris. Or use your miles for shopping and other rewards. It's your world. Explore it.
Working guys like me usually don't run for office. My mom and dad worked hard to care for us kids. We were a family of farmers, and from the second I could pull weeds, I was on that farm every morning before church and every day after school, doing what I could to help the family. Life wasn't easy back then, and it hasn't gotten much easier for us working class families. Food is expensive, power's going up, and buying a house is pretty much out of the question when paying rent is hard enough. It's unfair. It makes us angry, but we can do something about it. This election is about more than just fighting corruption or making promises too expensive to be kept. It's about hardworking, honest people doing their best to fight for a better Guam. Let's take Guam back, together. I'm Frank Blas-Elgin Jr., and I approve this message.
The governor's office is finding more issues with the fiscal year 19 budget bill. Adelup says the legislature is wrong if it thinks it gave the hospital $30 million more in additional funding to make up for its annual shortfall. Budget Director Lester Carlson says the increase in tobacco tax for the Healthy Futures Fund provides an additional $6.3 million, and the Pharmaceutical Fund added another $3.5 million. All total, the appropriations amount to about $30 million, but Carlson explains why that doesn't make up for the entire shortfall.
So when the hospital says they're short every year by $30 million, that includes the funding that they get from the Pharmaceutical Fund, the Healthy Futures Fund, and the General Fund. They're still short 30. So what this bill does is it proposes to give an additional $9.8 million when the issue is that it doesn't get them where they need to go. They needed 30 more, not 9 more.
The administration adds that the bill actually takes money that is typically used for the Medicaid match and essentially forces the governor to choose between operations or revenues for Medicaid services. In sum, Adelup says the bill limits the amount of monies available for the local match to Medicaid funds. Calvo has until next Thursday to sign, veto, or let the bill lapse into law without his signature.
Well, the governor is going to the Public Safety Oversight Vice Chair, hoping to get her to move on the nomination of Eric Palacios as the Director of Guam Customs and Quarantine. In a letter to the Vice Speaker, Therese Terlahi, Calvo states in part, quote, "I call upon the leadership of the Acting Director Palacios' nomination to move his nomination, out of committee and allow for the members of the legislature to vote." Calvo noting Palacios' accomplishments to include saving $300,000 in grant monies from being lost. He adds, quote, "Yet despite these accomplishments and the agency's visitation opportunities, Senator Nelson, who is the oversight chair, has made it public knowledge that she has a personal issue with the agency's acting director and has no intention of moving forward with his nomination." The back and forth continues even days after Palacios' appointment expired.
Senators held an oversight hearing with the Revenue and Taxation Department to talk about a variety of issues from collection to compliance. Director John Camacho was also asked about Section 30 funds. These are the taxes paid by federal, civilian, and military employees that's remitted to GovGuam. The legislature was banking on $78 million in collections, but the administration was recently informed that the remittance will be closer to $68 million. Camacho explains.
Normally, the DOI IRS normally is about 2 or 3 years behind on actually doing their certification for that particular year that we requested. So sometimes it might go up, sometimes it might go down. That's what they call the adjustments that can come. Sometimes we can ask for 78, and let's say we overestimated our advance for 3 years ago, then they dink us and they reduce that 7. But let's say we understated it, then it goes up.
Director Camacho also reported on the status of tax amnesty proceeds. These are the past due taxes that DRT has waived penalties and interest on. He says the current balance is $9 million. The deadline for payments is September 6th.
A local construction company is awarded a max $90 million indefinite contract for airfield paving construction services at various military locations on Guam. Hawaiian Rock Products receiving the contract for the construction, alteration, repair, and maintenance of airfield asphalt and concrete pavements. Work is set to be performed at the Naval Support Activity Anderson and Naval Base Guam. It is expected to be completed by August 2023.
The Adult Daycare Center is now up and running. Mayor's Council of Guam Executive Director Angel Sablan says senior care will continue on Monday, August 20th. As reported, seniors were forced to move to Agenia Heights or the Dementia Center due to a malfunctioning two water pumps. It's been 3 weeks since the relocation. The clog was repaired and tested on Friday. Clients are now eager to return to their adult daycare home in the Machechi Community Center in Dededo.
Guam's public health is getting a boost in federal monies. Congresswoman Madeline Bordalio made the announcement that in total, $56,000 in federal grants was awarded to the Guam Department of Public Health and Social Services. The U.S. Department of Health and Human Services saw Guam's increased community health centers, quality of health care using technology, and met national standards for patient-centered medical homes.
The U.S. EPA received more than $9.1 billion in collective loan requests for 2018 Water Infrastructure Finance and Innovation Act program funding. EPA received the requests from prospective borrowers located in 24 states, Washington, D.C., and Guam for a wide variety of projects, including wastewater, drinking water, water recycling, stormwater maintenance, and more. EPA is currently evaluating the submitted letters of interest for project eligibility, creditworthiness, engineering feasibility, and alignment with the program's statutory and regulatory criteria.
Well, we've been feeling much of the effects with the wet weather in recent days. The Guam National Weather Service reporting Tropical Storm Suluk is now moving away from our region. It's well northwest of the Marianas, but we could be seeing more of the same soon. To our east, meteorologists say a tropical depression is moving in our direction. It's currently north of Pohnpei. They are closely watching the developments over the next few days. Now, weather officials predict its general track to the west-northwest, passing over or near the Sinamai early next week. For us, that means rather decent weather to start off our weekend. However, there will be an increase in showers and thunderstorms on Sunday and more of that wet weather through Wednesday. So keep those umbrellas close and drive safe out there.
Sports is next, but first, your island weather.
Is it to earn reward points using the Alpha Plus app? Here, let me show you. Simply register with the all-new Alpha Plus app and earn reward points while making purchases at your favorite stores you already shop at.
Just present the app to any authorized representative to earn your points. Now that was easy. Alpha Plus. Make every day a plus.
You can do anything you put your mind to. I faced difficulties in my life, foster homes, abuse, and bullying. Sometimes I stumbled, but I never quit. I pulled myself back up. At times, all I had was hope and faith in God and in myself. When I graduated from high school, I was told I wouldn't amount to anything. When I ran for senator, people told me I couldn't win. When I ran for lieutenant governor, others told me I was the wrong color. Today, I'm running for governor to give your children hope, to know that they can overcome their hardships. I will invest in your children so that they will be prepared and empowered to overcome their hurdles to success. I want to inspire the next generation who can't make it and not supposed to continue dreaming big, to hold on to hope, to understand that there is no substitute for hard work, and to inspire others to do the same. I approve this message. I'm Ray Tenorio. I'm running for governor, and I humbly ask for your vote. Thank you.
KUAM Sports is presented by Triple J.
What's up, Guam? Dave Delgado here for KUAM Sports. Thanks for watching. You know what time it is. It's Friday, so let's get right into your direct own Athlete of the Week. Check it out. We're here, Darrento Mangila, for our Athlete of the Week. Today we have basketball player Action Ayashi.
Action, congratulations on your selection to the Darrento Athlete of the Week. Who would you like to donate this check to?
The check, I'd like to donate it to Micronesian Resource Center.
You guys just finished playing the Summer Jam basketball tournament for Fish and Con. How did that whole team come about when you guys entered this year's tournament?
So the team kind of came about, just consisted of mostly FSM citizens. The reason behind it was to kind of open the doorway to the FSM community and kind of get exposed to more basketball here on Guam rather than just staying in that same loop that we're so accustomed to. So I wanted to open that doorway, not just for us adults, but for the next group up of young talent coming out of FSM to kind of step out into that comfort zone and play at that next level too.
You also do some community work with the Micronesian Resource Center. The program has been in existence for about 3 years now. Tell us about some of the programs that you guys are doing over there to help the youth of the FSM community.
So a lot of our, at Micronesian Resource Center, a lot of the work that we do to outreach to the community is positive action. For instance, we go out and we spend some time with the youth. For me, I go out there and kind of show them life lessons through sports. That's something that I've always been accustomed to, and believe that the power of sports can teach you so much about life. Competing, never giving up is definitely one thing. And when the going gets tough, you don't stop, you keep going and push through. And that's definitely something I want to implement in the outreaches that we do to the FSM community, especially to the younger generation here on Guam.
And you guys recently held a 5K, your third annual 5K. How did everything go there, and what was the turnout like at this year's run?
So our One Healthy Micronesia run, 2K, 5K, just ended last Saturday, and it definitely was a great turnout. Probably our best run yet of the 3 years we've been here. Thank you for all the supporters, and definitely look forward to the one next year too.
A lot of people don't know, they've seen you on the basketball court, but don't realize that your first love of sports is football, and you were able to play high school football in Oregon.
Yeah, my first true love is football, and that's where I believe I get my competitive juice from. And due to injury, I wasn't able to go to that next level of JUCO. Wasn't going to get ready for that junior college step, but injury had kind of stepped back, held me back, and from there I kind of went the basketball route, and basketball kind of took me out here to Guam and to serve my people.
All right, congratulations. Stay tuned to our next Direct Tone Athlete of the Week.
KUAM Sports Athlete of the Week is brought to you by
purebred Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu Academy member and founder of Fuckeye Industries. Roman Dela Cruz was promoted to the rank of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt at a ceremony held at the BJJ United Academy in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania on August 11th. A lifelong martial artist, Dela Cruz has been practicing BJJ for 28 years. Purebred now has 28 black belts in their stable. Well, that's going to do it for sports. We're back right after this.
I've spent my career dedicating myself to the law.
Constitution of the United States of America.
And to making sure that people who have been wronged or hurt know that justice is on their side. And today, many people feel our government hasn't been doing right by the people, that their best interests haven't been served. Every day, we see news stories showing that our taxpayer dollars aren't being used responsibly, and we're watching public hearings that make us feel like the truth is being hidden. These are the things that erode our people's trust in government. And that's what Frank and I are fighting for. A chance to rebuild your trust in your leaders and to turn this government around. Join Team Ugandam Tiaco. Let's take Guam back together, the right way. I'm Alicia Garrido Limtiaco, and I approve this message.
Summer is here, and at Cars Plus and Mighty, that means big saving during our summer clearance event. Right now, save up to $8,000 on select 2018 Ram 1500 SLT Crew Cab, or save $3,250 on a 2018 Chrysler Pacifica. Voted Family Car of the Year. 1.99 APR financing is available for qualified buyers. Plus, buy today and receive a Cars Plus value card, where you get 21 cents off per gallon at all Shell stations. Don't miss our summer clearance event, going on now at Cars Plus and Mighty. Cars Plus, driven by you.
Hafa Guam, we are gearing up for the biggest party of the season. Join us as we rally in support of Lou and Josh.
Good food, live music, and great company. Sunday, August 19th, 4 p.m. at the Old Auto Spot, corner Marine Drive and Route 8 in Hagåtña.
I'm Johnny Cool, and I'm in with Lou and Josh.
I'm Lilian Guerrero, and I approve this ad.
And before we close out the news tonight, our latest round of birthday shoutouts from the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club.
Happy birthday to you, Kainoa Lee, Kaylee, and Nicholas. Happy very first birthday to Kainoa from your big brother Makoa, big sister Alana, and the entire family. You have brought so much love and joy into our lives. We love you very much. Also, happy birthday to KUAM Zone, Rolling Quintanilla. Remember, you can be part of the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club by registering online on KUAM.com. Please make sure to include your photo, your name, and birth date. And Nick, it's our favorite time of the week.
Yeah. Is that the drum roll? Is that good enough right there?
This is me stopping in a place to announce our Cold Stone Creamery birthday cake winner, Roman Paris III. His birthday was on August 14th. It's Leo season. Congratulations, a representative from Cold Stone Creamery will contact you to let you know how you can pick up your yummy Cold Stone Creamery ice cream cake to share with me, because it's also my birthday soon.
Yeah. And that's going to do it for us here on Primetime. Stay tuned. Jason's next with Extra.
Closed captioning is brought to you by IT&E.
Welcome to your show of shows, everybody. I'm Jason Salas. Glad to be driving this ship for you, because we got a really good show for you tonight, telling you a whole bunch of awesome things that are going on in our island community. And we are leading off with the topic of leadership. And I have two people here very, very well versed in that topic and really making strides about women in significant leadership positions in a specific industry. So we have Monique and Grace. Half a day to you both. It has been far too long, Monique.
Half a day. Good to see you again, Jason.
All right. Always a ray of sunshine when you come down here to Harmon. And Grace, we're very, very happy to have you here as well.
Thank you.
And the organization to which you both belong and represent is, of course, the National Association for Women in Construction.
That's correct.
It's way easier just to say NAWIC.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But before we get into the whole leadership conference and everything, how many members have you at this point?
We're just a smidge over 30, so it's a small organization. But of some very powerful and dynamic ladies, a lot of small business owners and managers in that group. And so that's really part of how the leadership conference came about. We wanted to offer value and services to our members, and we just put together such a fantastic panel of people last year and now again this year that we wanted to offer it to the entire island. We didn't want to be greedy and hold on to it for just our members.
Okay, Grace, is there a core theme that you'll be working with this year, and kind of like something that resonates throughout the presentation?
Well, as we had said, it was about a renewal. Sorry, you have to remind me. Renewal, but it's about, again, like you said, leadership. how are we looking at it from the perspective of human resources, because that's really my expertise. And we take leadership role very seriously, but there are compliance rules, disciplinary things that everyone needs to consider. So all those things that you as an employer or person as organizations as employers have to be mindful of. And leadership is not just about being the leader, it's about how do you move forward the company. And there are so many things that we can actually do to help facilitate that movement upwards, to be leaders within their own, their own community.
What are some of the hallmarks, Monique, of a Guam leader that is female?
Well, I don't know that you could say specific to Guam necessarily, but a leader, our track this year, or our theme this year, is refresh, renew, and refocus. And Grace already touched on that. We were talking about renewing, so we're talking about refreshing what we know about our compliance and what we have to do. That can be for departments, that can be for HR, I'm insurance, and that can be for the requirements there. We've got guests that are speaking on tax benefits and the tax changes in the laws, all things that matter to, from small business owners to people who are in charge of their departments. Then we have renew, which we really consider to be like best practices, the best practice in your industry. So of course there's construction involved in this. I mean we are a construction organization, vendors that support construction and contractors. So we're focusing on workman's compensation and what you need to do, best practices and how to deal with your employees, how employers can benefit from actually giving their employees benefits, to SWOT analysis for your department or your team. And then we've even got the last track, if you will, for education is refinement.
I love doing SWOT analyses.
Right?
I love just putting the charts together.
And so we just have such a huge panel of fantastic experts in their field that are coming together for this day-and-a-half conference to provide hour-long sessions. We're doing concurrent breakout sessions like we did last year. But something that Grace brought in, and I love, is she suggested that we do panels this year. So she'll be moderating one panel on employee diversity.
Very nice.
Yeah, we've got Peggy Denny doing one on the dollars and cents of sustainability on
we
Guam.
love Peggy.
Of course we love
Who
Peggy.
doesn't?
Peggy's our incoming president, if you know
really?
Peggy.
Oh, very nice.
Yes, so...
I did not know that.
Yeah, so she'll be
Peggy.
opening us as a moderator in one, and she'll be closing us at the end of the conference, just to give a little purview of what her goals for NAWIC are for next year. So we're very excited.
I'm actually curious now, because the focus of your organization, as you said, is naturally construction. And I would say the two of you come from, like primarily a private sector background. It's not just private industry, which is the target audience for this. I mean, the government is more than welcome to come. Military, because military does a heck of a lot of construction, obviously.
And we have
leadership is such a critical cog of, small unit management.
That's right. That's right. And we have Captain Turner coming as our first keynote speaker on day one.
Wonderful.
So, when we talk about leadership, the trend now with the government is public-private partnerships. And so we actually have government officials coming in and talk about their needs as well. So we can be our government can be a lot more efficient with public-private partnership. The government doesn't have to run by itself. We all need to participate. So.
And what precisely is the title of the panel that you'll be moderating once again?
Public-private partnership.
Okay. That's simple.
It's actually diversity.
Yeah, it's diversity.
Yeah, so that brings to light something, because last year there was so much progress made in society in terms of diversity, inclusion, female empowerment, and everything like that. And now we're at a point when we can say, okay, well, we realize the importance of that, the significance, and how much it means to be an integrated company.
Right. That's right.
Integrated organization, not just private sector.
Right.
Again.
So,
how do you actually take those lessons and move forward?
Well, I'll just give you an example. This is why I was late coming to see you here. There's a group coming out of incarceration today, and where they just graduated, RSAT. And one employer hired 7 or 9 from a group of 12, and every single one of them are being given the second chance. This is why we talk about diversity and inclusion, because now we're talking about individuals who are coming out of prison and getting jobs. And that will only help our society by putting these 12 individuals in a job and hopefully sustain them in a job.
All right, well, we only have 15 more seconds, but I got to ask, where can people go for more information and hopefully to register?
nawic.org. Oh, sorry, nawicguam.org, nawicguam.org, and then you go to the bottom and you can click on the link to the conference.
All right,
August 29 and 30.
This is going to be a fantastic conference. We will be there as well because we can't wait to hear those panels and partake of some of the information that you'll pass along. So thank you both.
Thank you.
All right, please stay tuned. We are back after this.
Smiling is a natural response to joy, happiness, and excitement. Your smile reveals a lot about who you are. A healthy, beautiful smile can brighten your appearance and be an invitation to conversation and friendship. It is often one of the first things people notice about you. Now, thanks to the advancements in dentistry, you can have the smile you have always wanted, giving you an improved smile that looks and feels great.
My silver fillings that I have, they're getting older in my mouth and I need to replace them. So I've started to do that and I've replaced them with the white fillings and I've had really great success with that. It looks good, they feel natural, and it kind of goes hand in hand with the bleaching. I want a white look all around my mouth.
Half a day. This is Jerry Gutierrez. Many remember how committed Carl has been to helping our people during times of hardship, disaster, and financial crisis throughout his years of public service. For Carl, it has always been about people helping people. He would like this opportunity to work on your behalf once again as your governor. I humbly ask for your vote for the Gutierrez-Bordallo team on August 25th. Together, let's make Guam, Guam again.
I'm Carl Gutierrez, and I approve this message.
Paid for by Team Sunshine 2018, Roy P. Duenas, Treasurer.
Want to connect with what's going on at home? Check out the KUAM Podcast Network. From entertainment, culture, news, food, current events, and interesting people, listen to us anytime and anywhere. Look for our feed and subscribe in your favorite podcast service, including iTunes, Apple Podcasts, and SoundCloud. So subscribe and be constantly connected to the KUAM Podcast Network today.
It doesn't matter who you are or where you are. Whether you own a fantasy team or America's team. On Sunday nights this fall, it's all eyes on. Because this isn't just a game. This is Sunday Night Football. This is where Odell became a verb. Everyone, and I mean everyone, is watching. Seriously, AB, give Snoop a shout out.
What's up, Snoop? Hey, B, what it do?
Told ya. It's all eyes on. Sunday Night Football.
Have a day, everybody, and welcome back. If you're watching us on KUAM TV8 or streaming us on YouTube, we appreciate you once again. I have a colleague of mine in studio right now here in Harmon, the very lovely Cara Flores. We both work in video production, so Hafide, it's good to have you here.
Thanks for having me.
Someone that we can commiserate about, you know, the different, let's just say,
the challenges of production.
That's a nice way of putting it. I was going to say, yeah, some of the fun stories of, you know, putting together quality quality video. But your stuff is amazing.
Thank you.
You've done a lot for culture. The production quality on what Nihi has done. You know, Crystal was in it for a long time and everything like that. And she said, you know, it was a labor of love.
Yes.
And it looks great.
Thank you.
Yeah. So tell me about the motivation behind Nihi and, you know, what that's been like, you know, looking back now.
Well, we created Nihi because culture-based content for kids to see themselves on screen and to see themselves and their culture valued is really something that we found affirms their identity, and that kind of plays out in how well they do in school and how they interact with their peers and just their social, emotional well-being and their financial, or I'm sorry, not financial, but academic success.
It would lead to financial down the road.
Eventually, right?
Yeah.
So
life lessons.
It's important in ways that sometimes I think we don't think about and realize, and just holistically, it's really important for kids to see that their culture is valued and that what we believe and what we, our heritage and where we come from, that those things are valuable and they're worth being protected.
Absolutely agree. And you're preaching to the choir here, Kara, because I mean, I grew up on Sesame Street.
Right.
Every single day. I mean, I learned so much from that. But at the same time, I was like, you know, it's neat to see like people from the other side of the world with a different, you know, background than myself and everything like that. I would have liked to see people that I can identify with and people that I know came from the same neighborhoods as myself and my family and everything like that. So yeah, you guys have done a great service to Guam and everything. So congratulations for that. So that being said, the work continues.
Yes.
And the vision continues.
Yes.
So what have you guys got?
So we are gearing up for a new season, and you know, part of that is really getting community input on what the community sees as key issues or challenges, cultural concepts that we should be looking at. So we're having a forum next week, Tuesday, at the Lujan House, starting at 6 p.m. It's going to be fairly short, but we provide food and everyone is welcome. And what we're doing there is we're identifying key cultural and community concepts and issues, and then also just collecting any kind of segment ideas that folks have for us.
Nice.
So that's coming up on Tuesday.
You're kind of like crowdsourcing your programming lineup for the next season.
Well, I guess you could say that, yeah.
Very cool.
We are a community. We are a nonprofit, so community input is just super valuable to us. The other thing that we're launching next week is an intermediate Chamorro class, which we've not done before. So we really work with Harao quite often. Like, we've gone to classes there. They have paused their classes, their adult classes right now, because they're focusing on their Neni Academy, which is really exciting. So during that time where they're on pause, we're offering a class, intermediate level right now, although folks have been asking about a beginner's section. And our intermediate level starts next week on Monday, 5:30 to 7 p.m. And then we also have a Friday class, 12:30 to 2 p.m. And so we only have a few slots left on that. And if folks are interested, they can email us, nihikids@gmail.com, or they can call our office at 989-4163. Man, we have a lot of stuff going on. The other thing that we're getting ready to launch next month is a subscription series, which is sort of, it's for kids, but I think it's exciting enough that adults might be interested as well. And what you do is you pay $25 a month, and you're given pieces of a story along with some activity sheets. And then every quarter we mail out something, whether it's a set of crayons or a pin or a postcard.
Nice.
So it's a way that kids can learn about their culture and get involved. But really, the storyline is it's evolving. We're building it right now, and that's a project that we're really excited about. Jeff Egan is our artist on that, and it's just so exciting working on that with him.
Now, what I've always appreciated, Kara, about Nihi and the way you package it, it's, you know, you're teaching kids, you're giving kids a proper education, you know, not just about the alphabet and counting and language and our history and our heritage, who we are as a people, but you also make it really, really fun. So, you know, kids are learning without knowing that they're learning.
Yeah.
And I've always found, as the son of two educators and everything, that is the best way to be the most effective.
Well, and for us to do this so long, I think it has to be for us. When we first started out, there were a couple of kind of trial episodes that we did where we were getting bored, and so we really scrapped a lot of what we were doing, and went back to the table and said, like, how are we going to do this so that it's fun for us and it's
you don't
fun
want to
for
suffer
folks
the
who are
sophomore
watching.
slump.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, yep, that's what we have coming up.
Well, that's cool. And you make sure that you're genuinely into your work and you make sure that you're having a good time doing it. And that really comes through and that really shows in the eyes of your viewers.
We hope so.
Okay, so once again, the community is invited. Where is it going to be once more and what time should they show up?
Okay, so the community forum is at the Lujan House, which is in Hagåtña. It's at 6 p.m. And we will have light refreshments. And that's on Tuesday. I believe that's the 21st.
Yeah.
So Tuesday the 21st. And then starting also next week is our intermediate Chamorro class that starts on Monday at 5:30 p.m. at the Nihi Studio, which is also in Hagåtña. So those are the two things that we have coming up next week.
Very cool. Well, we are not done talking to you because I know we're going to bring you back and do some more stuff like this. We can't wait to talk to you about that and see how you continue to have success and continue to do great things for our people.
Thank you.
Thank you. And thank you, but don't go anywhere because we are back right after this. Stay tuned.
Win adventure in the IT&E Explore Your World Million Mile Giveaway. Every week from July 16 to November 2nd, we're giving away 60,000 United Mileage Plus miles to IT&E postpaid and prepaid subscribers. Imagine where you could go. Go on a weekend getaway to the Philippines. Enjoy fresh sushi in Japan. Itadakimasu. Sip a latte at a cafe in Paris. Or use your miles for shopping and other rewards. It's your world. Explore it.
Hafa Guam, we are gearing up for the biggest party of the season. Join us as we rally in support of Lou and Josh.
Good food, live music, and great company. Sunday, August 19th, 4 p.m. at the Old Auto Spot, corner Marine Drive and Route 8 in Hagåtña.
I'm Johnny Cool, and I'm in with Lou and Josh.
I'm Lilian Guerrero, and I approve this ad.
Ooh, what do we have here? Tender morsels of deliciousness. Wait, back that up. I see you, your little golden brown temptresses, and oh, all that juicy goodness. Wait, is that a new sauce? Where are my car keys? I'm on my way, Mickey D's.
Introducing McDonald's new Buttermilk Crispy Tenders, juicy and breaded to perfection. Hurry in and get 4 for you or 10 to share.
That's right, my tender game just got an upgrade. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Ready for some family summer fun? You guessed it, Sago Manyago is having their 4th annual Kids Carnival. Come to the Governor's Complex Lawn in Adaloop on Saturday, August 18th. The end of summer fun begins at 4 p.m. and lasts to 7 p.m. Free admission and free entertainment with children activities, music, dancing, and much more. Sago Manyago's Kids Carnival on August 18th at the Governor's Complex in Adaloop. Special thanks to Bank of Guam, Community First Federal Credit Union, Calvo Select Care, Adish Trust and Investment, Take Care, Stay Well, Guam Regional Medical City, Matson, and to all of our community sponsors.
Hafa, I'm Crystal Paco. Are you tired of hearing the same old thing every election year? You want solutions? Well, you can effectuate change by voting on August 25th. Polls open at 7 a.m. and close at 8 p.m. And you might want to get there early just in case the lines get long. If you're not sure where to vote, visit our story map on KUAM.com. Remember, it's all about Hagu. That's honesty, action, greatness, and unity.
NBC congratulates This Is Us on its 8 Emmy nominations, including Outstanding Drama.
You were my purpose.
This Is Us, Season 3, Tuesdays this fall. Watch Seasons 1 and 2 now.
The NFL season kicks off with Falcons-Eagles. Coverage begins Thursday, September 6th at 7:30 p.m. Eastern on NBC.
It's about that time where we show you the very popular Tourism Works segment, and now we introduce you to the fine folks, good friends of ours, over at PROA.
Tourism Works, brought to you by the Guam Visitors Bureau.
So good afternoon, welcome to PROA. This is our PROA lunch.
Hafa guys, my name is Dominic Santos Flores. I work for PROA Restaurant Tumon, and my job title is Food and Beverage Hospitality.
Julia for 3.
I am involved with the tourism industry because of the tourists. They really hear about our really good barbecue menu. We have excellent desserts, and we also always put a smile on our face. We're always positive, no matter how busy it gets. The most gratifying part of our job is breaking that stranger shy ice. Like when they come in through the door, how for day guys, you know, how are you doing today? And they're like, you know, kind of like shy, you know, they don't know what to do. And then you go up to them and say, are you for two? And it's like, and they're like, yes, this is your first time? And I said, yes. And oh, great. First time is the best part. Tourism works for me because it makes me come into work every day meeting different people from Japan, from Korea, Russia, Australia. It also helps me work on my social skills, makes me be brave, not only at work, but anywhere you go. Like when you're greeting someone that's like in a bad mood, or they're having a sad day, and you just break them by saying, you know, how are you doing today, you know? Tourism in Guam allows our business to thrive because majority of our guests are tourists, you see behind me. And just welcoming them with our good spirit and positive vibe, sharing our good local food that they don't get off island and stuff. And then from there on, I would give like our business is networking by sharing. I even give them my Facebook, email address, and we contact and talk about our life. And then we tell them you should come back anytime, you know, we're here to help you. And basically that's what makes our business thrive. We should support tourism and our visitors because they're the ones supporting our economy, and also continue to be welcoming, generous, and giving, because from there on you also develop relationships and friendships with them, and they will come back looking for you and saying, oh, nice to see you again. I'm Dominic Flores, I'm from Pro Restaurant, and tourism works for me.
Tourism Works, brought to you by the Guam Visitors Bureau.
Do stay tuned, there's much more coming up.
Your community calendar is brought to you by Taco Bell. Whether it's your first meal or your fourth meal, we've got you covered. Taco Bell, live Mas.
Guam's auto appearance specialist, Elegant Reflections, has been providing the automotive industry with professional detailing and car care products at its highest quality, from complete detailing, full interior detailing, exterior detailing, headlamp restoration, hand washing, seat and carpet shampoo, engine degreasing, undercarriage cleaning, paint sealant, fabric protection, paint oxidation removal, and so much more. Visit us at our new location. Call 646-5555 for an appointment. Elegant Reflections, Guam's auto appearance specialist, over 20 years of experience.
Hafaday Guam, we are gearing up for the biggest party of the season. Join us as we rally in support of Lou and Josh.
Good food, live music, and great company. Sunday, August 19th, 4 p.m. at the Old Auto Spot, corner of Marine Drive and Route 8 in Hagåtña.
I'm Johnny Cool, and I'm in with Lou and Josh.
I'm Lilian Guerrero, and I approve this ad.
Summer is here, and at Cars Plus and Mighty, that means big saving during our summer clearance event. Right now, save up to $8,000 on select 2018 Ram 1500 SLT Crew Cab, or save $3,250 on a 2018 Chrysler Pacifica. Voted Family Car of the Year. 1.99 APR financing's available for qualified buyers. Plus, buy today and receive a Cars Plus value card, where you get 21 cents off per gallon at all Shell stations. Don't miss our summer clearance event, going on now at Cars Plus and Mighty. Cars Plus, driven by you.
Today, I'm Sabrina Salas Matinani. You can do something to protect our environment. You have a say in the military buildup. You can make Guam better by heading to the polls on August 25th and casting your ballot. Just remember, do not cross over. You either have to vote all Democrat or all Republican. If you don't, your ballot will be thrown out. Remember, it's about Kagu, honesty, action, greatness, and unity.
Starting to pull away.
There she goes.
This has been her destiny all along.
The NFL season kicks off with Falcons-Eagles. Coverage begins Thursday, September 6th at 7:30 p.m. Eastern on NBC.
There are just a few more moments of this very fine television program, so we're going to let you get started on your island weekend the right way. With Live Local Friday, here's a special musical performance from our guy, Ben Nangauta.
Usually I'm not the one. This time around the deed is done. So obvious, I'm on the run. Not too critical, you're not too fun. I'm losing it, slipping gears. Pushing back, showing no fear. Controlling what's rightfully mine. Oh, if only I controlled the time. So go ahead, assume away. Claim what you want, state your case. A little closure helps me meditate. Watch me fly away, tangled in so many ways. Seems as if there's no escape. Don't mind if I take some time. Take some time, caught up in all the wrong things while trying to live out my dreams. Don't mind if I take some time. Take some time, yeah. Take some time, whoa. Some time. My mind's racing through galaxies. I'm only humankind. Wanna speak the truth, but I'm blinded by the shine. Blinded by the light, blinded by the devil. Blinded by my rhymes, man. Politics and rebels. Can't get a good night's sleep. I dream of Elohim and Nunaki, superior human beings. Passing to the 10th planet, mass destruction of the globe. Now it depends on which road you chose. Will I be chosen to be lifted in the rapture? Disappear, reappear right after, maybe.